Once upon a time, before the advent of civilization, long before humans could even conceive of what we now call music, there was sound. The rustling of leaves, the distant roll of thunder, the rhythmic beating of a heart. These were the first symphonies that the earth produces. In those early days, humanity was closely intertwined with nature, and the sounds around them were not just background noise, but integral to their survival. Can you imagine living in a world where every rustle or roar could mean the difference between life and death? It's fascinating, isn't it? As humans evolved, so did their relationship with sound. The first step toward what we recognize as music was the realization that sounds could be controlled. Imagine an ancient ancestor of ours striking a hollow log and discovering the deep, resonant thud it produced. There must have been a moment of awe as they realized they could create sounds at will. This, dear reader, was the birth of rhythm. Doesn't it make you wonder about the joy they must have felt? But rhythm alone was not enough. As human societies became more complex, so too did their sounds. They began to mimic the melodies of birdsong or the howl of the wind. Thus, melody was born, and with it, the first inklings of music as a form of expression. There is something called pentatonic scale, which is a 5-note scale found in many ancient musical traditions around the world. Isn't it intriguing that people from different corners of the earth, with no contact with one another, discovered the same musical structure? Over time, these rudimentary rhythms and melodies evolved into the first true forms of music. Early humans began using music for more than just entertainment. It became a tool for communication, a way to tell stories, pass down traditions, and even communicate with the divine. Think about the shamanic rituals of ancient tribes, where drums were used to enter trance states, connecting the physical world with the spiritual one. It's almost magical, don't you think? As civilizations grew, so did the complexity of their music. The ancient Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans developed music theory, laying the foundation for the structured compositions we are familiar with today. The Greeks, for instance, believed that music had a profound effect on the soul and could influence one's emotions and behavior. This belief in the power of music is something that still resonates with us, doesn't it? Moving forward in time, the Middle Ages saw the rise of Gregorian chants, a form of sacred music that sought to bring worshippers closer to God. These chants were simple yet powerful, a testament to the idea that music could evoke deep emotional responses, even without the complex harmonies we enjoy today. Isn't it remarkable how something so simple could have such a profound impact? The Renaissance period marked a significant shift in the history of music. It was a time of exploration and innovation, where music began to break free from the strict confines of religious tradition. Composers like Palestrina and Monteverdi started experimenting with harmony and polyphony, creating rich tapestries of sound that captivated the senses. This was the beginning of music as an art form, something to be appreciated for its beauty as much as for its spiritual or practical purposes. Fast forward to the Baroque period, where music became even more ornate and expressive. Composers like Bach and Handel used music to convey complex emotions and tell intricate stories. There is a term called fugue, a style of composition that involves multiple voices, weaving in and out of each other, creating a rich, textured sound. Isn't it just like a conversation between friends, where each voice has something important to say? The classical and romantic eras that followed saw music evolve even further with composers like Mozart. Beethoven, and Tchaikovsky pushing the boundaries of what was possible. They used music to explore the deepest corners of the human experience, expressing joy, sorrow, love, and despair in ways that words alone could never capture. Have you ever listened to a piece of music that made you feel something indescribable? Something that resonated deep within your soul? That's the power of music, isn't it? In the modern era, music has become more diverse than ever. With the advent of technology, we can now create and share music in ways that our ancestors could never have imagined, from the soulful strains of blues and jazz to the electrifying beats of rock and pop. Music continues to evolve, reflecting the ever-changing landscape of human society. There is something called synthesizer, a device that can produce a vast array of sounds, allowing musicians to explore new sonic territories. Isn't it amazing how far we've come? And yet, despite all the changes and innovations, the core purpose of music remains the same: to connect us, to move us, to make us feel. Whether it's a lullaby sung to a newborn, a national anthem that stirs patriotism, or a love song that brings tears to your eyes, music has the power to transcend language, culture, and time. It speaks to something fundamental within us, something that has been there since the very beginning. Don't you agree? So next time you listen to a piece of music, whether it's a classical symphony or a catchy pop tune, take a moment to reflect on its journey. From the primitive rhythms of our ancestors to the complex compositions of today, music is a testament to the creativity and resilience of the human spirit. And isn't that something worth celebrating?